Watch out now.
Watch out now.
We're just going straight to the store.
Straight to the stove.
Let's go pick them right up. I ain't even gotta measure nothing.
Pace Hardware, true value.
I got a Maverick and an orange grabber pan. Big shout out to subscribers and the fans. We ditched the junk stain cause you dropped the EFI. We just got rickrolled, heads are shaking, asking why.
Watch out now. You never know what's gonna happen next.
We pulled the motor like we Cletus running 10s. Hogging out the tunnel, fit this big transmission in.
Watch out now. You never know what's gonna happen next. You never know what's gonna happen next.
Action!
You never know what's gonna happen next. We gotta get this Texas dirt off here.
It's like scratch and sniff. I can smell the armor dildos from here.
Can never have enough lube, folks.
Yeah, especially on my driveway. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
And we repeat. Good thing we had a powder coated.
No kidding, right?
So what's the final decision? Put the mounts on the mounts or do that later? We bolt them together or no? Want to look at one? Duralast, part number. No one cares.
No one cares.
Ah. All right, using the old bolts.
These are just fine.
Yeah, they fine. They're probably stronger than the freaking ones we just bought anyway.
Probably, yeah.
So this is probably a good time in the video to mention that my neighbor does my powder coating for me.
He does, in fact.
So we'll cut to we'll cut to some powder coating footage here and then come back. Going over to my neighbor's house because he does some powder coating for me, and I'm gonna take some video of his powder coating rig while he does my motor mounts. It is super handy having a neighbor that does powder coating, and he does a good job, and he does it pretty cheap.
Heated these up real quick so that to get the moisture and stuff out of the metal. That way when you go to paint it, you put it back into the oven, you don't end up with bubbles on your powder coat. You want to heat them up, and that'll pull any moisture or anything out of it.
So you don't have to sand them then.
Not these, no.
Gotcha.
Since they didn't have any paint or anything on it,
Gotcha.
I didn't see any rust.
Gotcha.
Those I just heated up to pull the moisture out.
You want to give a quick walkthrough of your setup?
Sure. So over here I got my paint booth that I built. Got a light up on top. And I can hang all my parts up here that I'm powder coating, and that way I can either take them off of here and put them in the oven, or I can just take the whole rack and put it in the oven. In the back you see the holes. I got it set up, connected to the dust collector here, so it sucks all excess powder from the powder gun back that way. It collects it into this bucket here, so that I don't have to continuously replace the filter on the shop vac. When I get so much in here, I'll just empty this out into a bag, and it's my miscellaneous. I'll put a plastic bag like I got this one here, so when I'm shooting a bunch of one color, the majority of it will land right here, and that way when I'm done I can just shake that back into it so I can have reuse that specific color.
Right.
But even that, I keep that off to the side because there might be a little bit of dust or something in it. So it's mainly for the jobs that, you know, aren't meticulous.
Critical. Yeah.
So like this job here that I'm working on is going to be a 3-coat process. This is the first coat, black, and then the second coat will make it purple, and then after that I'm going to do a clear coat for protection and give a little more shine to it.
Yep, and he's got a similar deal with the sandblaster for collection.
Yep, on the sandblaster, that's a homemade one out of 2 5-gallon buckets. And then I'm just using a regular household gas oven that I found at a used appliance store. Got it for about $100. Was lucky because it had the conversion kit on it for converting it over to propane, so I run it off of a small propane tank.
Oh yeah.
And I just replaced it with both propane tanks, so that small propane tank lasts for quite a while. I probably ran 50 batches of parts through that oven before I had to replace it. This paint here requires you to heat the part up to 400 degrees and maintain it for 10 to 12 minutes. What I've discovered is with this gas stove, if I preheat the part to 520, when it beeps and I check the part, it's already at 400 degrees or just a little over, at which point I just turn it off, and by the time 10 minutes is up, the part's still at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is probably the main reason why I don't use hardly any gas at all when it comes to baking parts.
Through the magic of TV, it will be done. So now it's all baked on, but it's hot as shit.
Yep. Pull it out a little bit to let it cool off.
That's crazy how it goes from flat to shiny.
It basically melts the paint on it. The paint goes on as a powder, and when it reaches the temperature, it melts.
Yep.
So,
And then they cool and they're done.
Yep. Give it about another 5 minutes, and we should be able to touch it. As I said, the paint that I use for this is reclaimed. It's got a little bit of sparkle. You can see just a hint of it. Majority of the paint is high gloss black. Here's the other one.
Okay, we're back.
Back to the future.
Powder coated.
By James.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed to see that he could fit it in a residential oven.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, cameraman, you mind handing me that there fancy wrench over here on there? Deuces. Pedestals in.
And that's how you do that.
And that's how you do that. Stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen next.
I'm the one that yells action.
Action! Alright, so we need to count the detents on this transmission so we know what shifter to get, because some of these shifters are different. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, low.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just there's only 3
4
actual.
detents.
3.
So we need the overdrive, second, and low.
And 1. Yeah.
And that's the one where you, if you want to hold second gear, you shift it up into,
Get it in a second.
and then pull it.
Pull it
Yeah,
back.
get it in a second, you pull it back down.
And then it'll hold second.
And then it'll hold second, yeah. Oh, nice.
It just glows.
pops.
You know? Yeah, it really pops when there's nothing in there. I guess we'll have to put some what'd they do back in the day? Neons? Let's put some neons on the Maverick.
Can you even buy neons anymore?
Not without getting ridiculed.
I guess.